Oh, hi. Hello. Hi, everyone. We were just getting ready. But actually, it appears we are ready. Welcome back to Crafters TV. Here we are. It's happened on its own, you know. It just flicked us on, and there we are. Welcome to Glue School, everyone. This is going to be such a crazy couple of hours. You're going to love it. And it started as we mean to go on, let me tell you. A bit of a chaotic couple of hours, but you are going to love it. And you're going to learn a lot from it as well, which is the main thing. Now, of course, it is our birthday, which starts tomorrow. That's who I am. Just in case you wondered, it's lovely to meet you if we've never met before, because we've got lots and lots and lots of new viewers joining us all the time. Look at that, we are spot on the dot of 4 o'clock or 11 o'clock or 8 o'clock or in Melbourne, 2 a.m. in the morning. Good morning to you. Right, okay, let's talk about birthday and then we can get into the extravaganza that is Glue School, which is easy for you to say. So, birthday. It's open, it started, all the deals are live on the website right now. Grab it. The brilliant thing is you've got early access via this show right now to some amazing, crazy bonkers, out of the park kind of deals. You are getting double points all the way through our birthday celebration. And listen, whenever you see written down on our website or on our social media or whatever, birthday week, oh, it's a lot longer than a week. Then we're going to keep you excited with lots and lots of brand new launches, deals and all sorts. And it's double points right the way through the birthday celebrations, which is brilliant. So every pound or dollar you spend, you're going to get 2 Club Inspire points, which is brilliant. Let's get you to platinum through the birthday. That would be amazing. Or maybe you're already there. Maybe it's 10 times platinum. Maybe it's 12 times platinum. Who knows? We've also got, here in the UK as well, we have got free delivery right throughout the birthday week. Anything that you buy, we will deliver to your home absolutely free of all charge, which is brilliant. Now, we've also got free gifts, and it's pretty much for everyone. I know everyone's going to apply for this, definitely. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to put a code in or anything. Just spend £10 or $10, and today's free gift you will get is a gorgeous layering stencil from one of Sarah's signature collection. It's from Rose Garden, actually, and that is your free gift if you spend £10 or $10 today. Spend £50 or $50 or more, you get the layering stencil, and you will also get a tricolour aqua marker in Crafter's Companion Purple, as well as the layering stencil, which is amazing. And if your cart or basket should happen to just nod over the £100 or $100, oh gosh, it happens by accident so easily, you will also get the craft roll and tool. So you get all 3 free gifts if you spend $100 or £100 or more. Whoop whoop! That's amazing. Now also through the show, I have got 3 incredible goodie bags to give away just in this show live. Now, how do you get in to actually win one of those? All you've got to do is come and chat with us right now. Our Crafters Companion Facebook pages, on our YouTube, just come and get social with us, and we'll be picking 3 winners between now and the end of the show. Not only will you get the party bag, but you get the little bingo ball as well. You need to keep hold of your number and your letter, because in our big bingo draw at the end of the week, we will be on Sunday drawing out a winner for the grand prize. And the grand prize is all of these goodies, which looks like thousands and thousands worth, doesn't it? It's a lot. That's a lot of value there. And listen, who doesn't want to win that? Everyone wants to win that, just in time for you know when. Let's not talk Christmas already. Right, okay, we have got a very, 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 very busy show. You are shopping ahead of us already because there are so many goodies in this show. In fact, did I mention earlier, we had a little bit of a headache before the first show because one of our key glue bundles for Glue School had sold out and gone, but we've managed to reconfigure a new one, which is brilliant. So, Glue School is nothing without a glue mistress. So, ladies and gentlemen, here she is, with that finger needed, should we need to be told anything really, really important. Here she is, the lovely Leanne Chivers. There you go, I'm told.
I'm quite happy being a glue mistress. Thank you very much, Derek, because as you know, I can talk about glue until the cows come home.
Absolutely.
And I'm really looking forward to this glue school, actually. It's not very often we get the opportunity to dedicate a full 2 hours to everything sticky. All of the stuff that we do that is going to make your life and your crafting journey, your crafting experience at home, so much easier and so much more pleasurable, because everything that you stick together is going to stay stuck together, and it's going to be like that for years for the heirlooms in the cupboard. And there is always the correct glue for the job. So we're going to have a look at why all the different glues in our range, what they'll do for you, how you're going to use them, and how it's just going to make life easy for you and all of your projects well stuck and looking professional.
Lovely. And if you want to ask Mistress Leanne any glue questions, you don't need to put your hand in the air. You just need to put your finger on the keyboard of your gadget or your computer or whatever it is and get into the comments, and I will get as many questions over to Leanne as we possibly can. So, aside the glue school, the birthday deals are going absolutely crazy. You've been spotting them in this show as well. Have you? I've never seen these, so I think for me, these are an absolute joy. Everyone loves a good nesting die, don't they? They are just the absolute genius workhorse of the craft industry, aren't they? They're absolutely amazing. They're kind of the base for so many projects. And we've got 4 brand new, fantastic, or certainly recently launched nesting dies, which I absolutely love. So we start with the stitched primitive flower, which reminds me a little bit of a Tudor rose. It's really, really cool, isn't it? And of course, you can make them all up in different colours. I love it. You also have the fancy rectangle, which again is beautiful. I mean, cut into these different shades of colour. I mean, awesome, isn't it? Really, really beautiful. Makes you think of colouring with your tri-blends as well, doesn't it? We've also got your fancy oval, which again is beautiful. I mean, how lovely would that be that way round? Do you know what I mean? In card projects and invitations and fronts of cards and all of your decoupage that you could do with these as well. And you also have your fancy square, and it's very fancy indeed. Now that puts me straight in mind of lovely fancy tiles. Do you know what I mean? You can make some wonderful, wonderful designs there for decor projects as well. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Now that whole bundle there, and you know how much you use your nesting dies. They're kind of like, they are your definite go-to, aren't they? So many times. And you've got 4 fabulous, fabulous designs there. Let's see if I can show you all in glorious Technicolor, because they're absolutely stunning, every single one of them. Sorry, I'm left-handed. I'm doing that left-handed thing again. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if I can get them all into this shot. Oh, the other way around. There we go. All 4 of those nesting die sets there for you for just £30 or $40. I would get those straight into your basket, because you know a deal like that on nesting dies, because everyone needs them, it goes so quickly. It really, really does. Let me show you some other goodies that we've got on the show for you as well. The Gemini, oh my word. Now this, I think, is the most awesome deal I've ever seen on getting yourself a Gemini machine. So if you've been thinking about it for a long time, and maybe you've been thinking, you know what, actually, it hasn't been the right time, you know, to make that investment or whatever. There has never been a better time to make the investment in a brand new Gemini machine, because there's double points on this. So for $179.99, which is the regular price for a Gemini, not only do you get all of the goodies that come out of the box already, the plates and folders and dies, but you're getting another £100, $100 worth of dies and folders included there. So your value there at £179 in the UK is over £300 worth. In the US, it's even better value for money, because $249.95 equates to over nearly $420 worth of product there for your $249.95. And bear in mind, I mean, listen, never am I one to, you know, gild the lily in any sense, but if you've never shopped with us before, there are lots and lots of reasons for placing your very first order. Maybe you just found us in lockdown and you've been thinking, I love these demos, I've got to have a Gemini one day. If this is your first order today, not only will you get a bonus 250 Club Inspire points, but there is 20% off your first order. Just saying, just putting it out there. If you know someone who has never shopped with us before, or you're watching us as a brand new customer and you want to get involved, getting 20% off your first order, 250 bonus Club Inspire points, and a deal there which I have never seen bettered on the Gemini machine. Just saying, This is really, really popular as well. And I've got to get one of these. If you've got a Gemini and you keep your pokey tool and your bits and pieces all over your desk and you haven't got them next, then you need a caddy. You know how good this is. I know everyone that has a Gemini and has one of these swears by it because it's absolutely brilliant. And if you haven't got one yet, you've just got to get it, because today your Gemini storage caddy is coming with a free set of low tack tape, which is 3 rolls. You're also getting the die brush and the foam pad. You know when you've done a really, really intricate die, rather than getting your pokey tool and going, oh, I'm going to be here 300 pokes later, actually you've got the brush to just run over the die and just get everything out. That's amazing. I love it. You've got to add this to your order. You've absolutely got to add this to your order. If you've got a Gemini Junior, Gemini Go, Gemini Mini, no matter what it is, you need this, because all of your pencils and rulers and or scissors and all sorts will go in there as well. But listen, we are here to talk glue primarily because today is glue school. So let's take it right back to basics, like we all just walked in through the school gates on day one. Let's go back to the basics of glue and the fundamental 2 glues that we use more of than any other in our paper craft are our all-purpose and our tacky glue together. And we've got an amazing, amazing bundle here. We weren't meant to have this bundle. We didn't think it would happen. We had an original bundle which sold out with the fine tip applicators. That went before we even came to air this morning. So what we've got for you is a bundle of 2 tacky glue and 2 all-purpose glue for just £11.50 or $21.50. Now that is awesome, awesome value for money, because the last time Leanne and I went into a retailer in the UK to look at 100ml, it's 100ml bottles, aren't they? The last time I went to look at one in a well-known craft store here in the UK, just one bottle I think was the best part of the price of about £8 or £9, I think, for a single bottle, and you get 4 bottles in this bundle.
It's phenomenal value for money, Derek. You are absolutely right. I mean, I would be stocking right up with all of the glue that I need for the next 12 months, because you've got a really long shelf life on this as well. So as long as you're not opening it, and actually even if you have got it open, as long as you close it properly, I'm going to show you how to do that, your shelf life is a very long time. And so I usually buy a significant amount of this glue, and I've just got it in rows on my craft shelf at home. I actually have it in rows in my Karen bag from the Totally Tiffany show earlier, and very, very usable. Now what I want to do is take time to talk you through these 2 glues, which I affectionately refer to all of the time. If you've ever watched or heard me or seen me craft before, you will know that I refer to them constantly as the best glue in the world. And of course, that is my opinion, but I am about to show you why I believe they are the best glues in the world. They're very different in their application, and you need both of them in your craft stash because they will do different things for you. The first thing we're going to talk about is the Collal All-Purpose. Now, this one is the one that I always refer to as the best glue in the world, because if you like to stick pretty paper to cardstock to mat and layer, this is the glue that you need. And you need it because it is a solvent-based glue, which means it will not warp or soak into your papers, and you won't get those horrible wet streaky marks when you're sticking your scrapbook papers. The tacky glue is a water-based glue, which is brilliant for your more difficult sticky jobs when it comes to anything that is coated or shiny or an embellishment or irregular in shape. So this is matting and layering and box making and nice and solid. This is anything tricky that you need something tacky for. So just first things first, Collal All-Purpose. Now I'm going to show you, we're going to do 2 sticky jobs here. We're going to do the same job with the 2 different glues so that you can see what I'm referring to with the difference between these 2 glues. So I've got exactly the same 2 pieces of card. I've got exactly the same 2 pieces of scrapbook paper. I'm sticking one with Collal and one with tacky, and we're going to see what the difference is between the 2. First things first, we're going to use All-Purpose. Now this is the glue that I will always recommend for this job. I've got some already stuck so I can show you. You're going to squeeze and apply a small amount. So you can see how I'm covering my paper there, but then what I always do is cover the whole thing. Now, if you've tried to do this with a scrapbook paper before and a wet glue, which is essentially what this is, you would be really panicking now, and you would know that you were going to get a little bit of a mess with your piece of scrapbook paper because the glue would soak through and make the paper wet. Your all-purpose will never do that for you. So it doesn't soak through, you don't get any of the wet marks or ripples, you just get beautifully solid adhesion really quickly. And the good thing is repositionable. So if you don't get it in the right place straight away, you can pick it up and then you can get it back where you wanted it, get everything lined up, and you've got a couple of minutes to be able to do that. So that's with your Collal all-purpose, that's for your matting and layering. We're going to do exactly the same job now with the wrong glue. And the reason I want to do it with the wrong glue is I want you to be able to see why it's the wrong glue. So I'm going to do the same thing with this Collal tacky glue, which is a water-based glue. We're going to put them to one side and we're going to come back to them later, and you'll be able to see why this is the wrong glue for the job. Because what will happen is it will soak through, because it's a water-based glue and this is a scrapbook paper I'm sticking to a piece of card, you will start to see the lines and ripples form here where the glue has soaked through. So we're going to come back to that in a second, and I wanted to do them both for you so when we come back to them you can see the difference. Now, this is the next thing that I'm desperate to show you, and this is in relation to Collal all-purpose. So this is a card, a beautiful card. Let's do this one first. Let's do the bunnies. This is a beautiful card, Derek, and this is really good for you with your new foray into crafting. And they both look the same. I think you'll agree. This one has not been stuck with all-purpose. This one has, okay? This one I can bend completely because it was a thinner weight of cardstock that I used. And you can see I've got all of the bendy on there and on there. This one, it is not possible to bend because Collal all-purpose sets like concrete. So it makes a cheaper, lesser weight of cardstock feel like a real premium weight of cardstock. And then what that will also do for you is stop the giraffe legs on the mantelpiece because it doesn't have any structure or hold. It will run away from you. When it's got structure and hold, because you've done it with your all-purpose, it will hold. That's on the glass mat. There we go. It will hold. So you've got a really strong matting and layering that feels like it's something solid and special that you've created. The same with this one here. So one with all-purpose, one without. This one is without, this one is with. You'll see I can flap and waft that and it'll move. When I move this, it doesn't, because I've got the bend on this one that was put together without all-purpose. This one will not bend. Exactly the same cardstock and has the knock test because it's solid, and that's what all-purpose will do for you.
That is so useful to know. I mean, isn't that like the simplest way of showing you? Have you just joined some dots there as well? Actually, Leanne's saving you some card here as well, isn't she? Because actually then you don't need to go through and make those kind of errors that, you know, like everyone makes right at the start. Can I start firing a couple of questions at you, Leanne?
You can.
I'm hoping they're related to what you're about to do, but they might just be here, there and everywhere. But Tracy is asking for you to recommend a glue for vellum, which is one that comes up a lot, I would imagine. Yes, so a glue for vellum, depending on where you want to stick it, I would be using one of our tape pens, and we're going to come to that next demo, I think, or the next after this one. I've got 3D glue gel and then tape pens for you. I would be using our strong tape pens for vellum, honestly. I wouldn't be using a wet glue because you will see through it. So definitely our strong tape pen is the best adhesive for vellum. Lovely, thank you very much. Do get your questions in for Leanne as well. If there's anything you want to ask about glue, adhesion, stickiness, lack of stickiness, then please do get in and let us know. I've got another quick question for you, Leanne, before we move on. I layered 2 glitter cards, not me, this is Jane on Facebook actually, who layered 2 glitter cards and applied foam squares to attach it to her card. The foam has pulled away from the base. What should she have used?
Okay, if you want the depth of the layer, so you want it to look high, you want it to look raised, you want the 3D effect, what won't happen with glitter card is it will peel off because the glitter will stick to the layer of adhesive on the back of your foam pad and then they will fall off later. You can do two things. You can either put a little bit of tacky glue, because we'll be talking to you about tacky glue in a second and shiny surfaces. So you can put a little bit of tacky glue on the back of the foam pad. That will make sure that it sticks to the glitter and it won't fall off later. Or the next glue that we look at after we finish looking at the Collal All-Purpose and Tacky Glue will be our 3D glue gel. You could use that instead and that will grab and still give you the height and dimension. We can talk about that. Before I go anywhere, Derek, I just need you to see what's happened here with these two pieces that I did earlier. And if I hold them for you like that.
Oh, look.
Can you see this one was Collal All-Purpose?
Yeah.
Look how flat and crisp that has remained. Mm-hmm. Because this is tacky glue and it's water-based glue, it's all soaked into the cardstock, it's made it wet, and it's very easy to wrinkle. The paper's wrinkling, the card's wrinkling. This one is not. It's keeping its structure and it's beautifully flat for your matting and layering, which is what will give you that lovely strong adhesion that we just talked about earlier. So that is why for matting and layering with your pretty papers, you don't want the tacky glue because you're going to get that horrible wavy mess. You do want your Collal All-Purpose because you get a lovely flat, strong, concrete adhesion of your pretty papers. Now, when you're applying your Collal All-Purpose glue, what happens if you get it, because this happens to me a lot of the time, I'm crafting away, I've got some beautiful papers here, and there's a big old spillage of Collal All-Purpose on the top of that pretty paper, this shiny paper, my glitter card, and, oh no, black card. It's much worse on black card because you'll be able to see it there. Okay, so I've got a nice big accidental spillage on all of my fabulous cardstocks here. What I can do with All-Purpose is, as long as I get it more or less straight away, look, I can rub it away and leave no residue on my cardstock. I can take it off the shiny coated cardstock. I just rub it, and what you'll see is it gathers into this. So you rub it and rub it and rub it. It doesn't take the surface of your card away. It all gathers up into a ball and you just rub it off the card when you've made that little mistake. So you just pick it up, rub it away, and it's very easy to do on all of your different cardstocks. So if you get a little mistake somewhere, All-Purpose can be rubbed away without any issue at all. And I've got it all in my hands now. I just rub my hands together. Look what happens. It gathers up into a little gluey ball and you can just get rid of it.
That's good to know, actually, isn't it? Because we all have the odd little accident, and the natural instinct is like, I'm going to have to stick something to that accident. Do you know what I mean? That's what you would think. Get the butterflies out. It's time to cover up a mess. So but actually, you don't need to, Leanne. You
don't need to. It will just rub away. Now, this is what tacky glue will do for you. So that's all of the benefits of Collal All-Purpose, and why you would not want tacky glue to do your matting and layering when you've got your matte cardstocks and your matte papers, your scrapbook papers. What happens if you're wanting to glue a really shiny coated cardstock? And you can see that lovely gloss finish and shine on there. So this could be your glossy finish card, could be your glitter card, your mirror card, your pearlescent Centura Pearl cards, anything that has a finish on it, then you definitely need tacky glue. Because what the All-Purpose will do, because it's a solvent base and all of our finishes are added to the cardstock with a solvent, the two of them will react and it will just peel away. Whereas if you use your tacky glue, which is a water-based glue, and therefore the opposite, it will grab it and stick it like concrete. And that's why we need both of these in our collection. Your All-Purpose is for your flat gluing and your matting and layering on your non-coated cardstocks. For your coated cardstocks, shiny, pearlescent, glitter, mirror, then you need your tacky glue for that. And you use it sparingly. So I'm just going to show you how I would put a box together with this. I've already got my box scored. And actually, can I just give you a little sneaky peek of my scissors?
Yes, please.
Can I? Because we've got them fabulous scissor bundle on the show, Derek. And I adore my scissors, my Crafter's Companion ones. This is a Centura Pearl box lid that I scored earlier. And I've scored it at 2 inches. And I need to cut a perfect 2 inches. to make sure that my box lid goes together perfectly, look, I've got the measurements included on my scissor, so I can line up at 2 inches on there, snip right into my card, and it stops on the crosshair that you can see there. So I get that perfect 2-inch snip when I'm putting my box together. So if you struggle to stop in the right place when you're making your boxes, when you're snipping, having your scissors, lining up the 2-inch that you can see there, the measurement on the scissor, and then just snipping, could be 1 inch, half an inch, 3 inches, well, you know, whatever depth you're making your box, snipping stops in the right place. We're going to have a look at the scissors a lot more depth later, but I just wanted to bring those in and let you know that I always use my Crafter's Companion scissors when I'm making boxes. Now, to put your box, your shiny box together with your tacky glue, with tacky glue, you will be tempted. I'm going to show you what not to do and then what to do. This is what not to do. So this much glue, you definitely do not need. You have wasted 90% of the glue on there, and more glue isn't going to make it stick better. Just need to get a bit of tissue to get rid of that, because I did put a lot on. But when I'm watching you, and you say, "But I'm putting loads of glue on, Leanne," I'm like, "I know you're putting too much glue on." So you need a fraction of that. So I'm actually going to wipe away 80 to 90% of the amount of glue I've got on there. I need another bit of tissue. Sorry. This is how much I'm having to take away. You see, and actually, because it's tacky glue, less is more. So you want a very fine covering, and then just leave it for a few seconds, because actually you want it to get, you know, like when you do a rice pudding and it's got a skin on, Derek.
Oh.
You want it to get a little bit of a skin on, so that, you know, it's not wet, it's tacky. The clue's in the name. So don't worry about putting this together as soon as you put the glue on. Look how little I'm putting on here. You can see you only need a small amount. And the reason I'm putting all of the glues on the little 4 tabs as I go around, and then coming back to the first one I started with, this has had time to cure a little bit and get that skin on there, so that now when I do this and I grab my box together, it will grab immediately. Now I can use one of my little clips and just keep that still while I go around. You would always do that with a wet glue, but you can see even with a shiny, difficult to manage cardstock, with that tiny little bit of tacky glue on there, that's grabbing straight away, and it's not sliding apart. But what I will always recommend you do with a wet glue is go around and just grab your corners. So that's another reason why tacky glue is fantastic, because it will give you boxes that will absolutely never ever fall apart, especially when your boxes are being made with a shiny cardstock like a mirror card, a glitter, or a coated or a pearlescent cardstock like this.
And Leanne, now you've got the clips on there, how long would you leave the clips on there?
They only need to be there for about 20 minutes.
Oh, brilliant.
And then it'll dry.
Perfect.
It dries, it really does dry very well. Now this is the next thing I want to show you. These are all of the different things that you can stick with tacky glue that I've got on my board here for you. And I've done these ready so that you can see what you're going to be able to do at home. If I just tip that up, look at the dimension. Look, that is a fully round, not flat back pearl that is stuck solidly to this board. I've stuck screwdrivers, keys, little apertures with little glitter things in there. I've stuck kitchen door fixings, my wooden embellishments, my really heavy resin embellishments, my wood frames, a pebble from the beach. My embellishments that I've got at home, my little jingle bells are on here. I've got my little flowers and buttons and little mirror tiles and flat backed and resin flowers. You can keep going and going and going, and just be confident that they're all going to stay on there. And the reason I'm turning it upside down and shaking so that you can see my tacky glue stuff is really stuck on this board. So it's an incredibly strong adhesive for all of your irregular shaped items, your irregular embellishments that you want to put on your cards, but that you want to stay on your cards. Because when would you ever consider being able to stick a fully rounded pearl as an embellishment on one of your card projects? You wouldn't think you could, but you can with tacky glue, because it's an incredibly strong water-based glue for all of your difficult jobs, your shiny coated cardstocks and your irregular embellishments. It's fantastic for that, but absolutely never for your matting and layering. That is always Kalal all-purpose.
And a general purpose is, and general rule as well, should I say, purpose is on the brain now, and the general rule is less is more, Leanne.
Yes. less is definitely more, without a shadow of a doubt. I know the inclination, the desire is more glue, better stick, more glue, better stick. Actually, no, more glue creates a barrier between the two fabrics that need to fuse, because what you end up with is fabric, big wedge of glue, fabric, nothing sticking. Whereas what you want are the fibres to enmesh when you glue. And so by having the fibre, thin layer of glue, fibre, they can all bond together and become really firm. So yes, a fine layer is what you need.
Leanne, I'm glad you said fabric, because I might be jumping the gun a little bit, but Diane on Facebook says, can you use these glues on fabric?
We have a specific collal glue, just a textile glue, just for fabric, and it works incredibly well. It's exceptional. If it's just for, and that is if you're a true fabric crafter, I would go get that textile glue. It's on our website. There's 25% off all the glues anyway. Get one of those in your basket while you're shopping. But if you're a paper crafter who occasionally wants to stick a piece of ribbon, or like I've done here, a piece of lace around the top of a glossy box, which I'm halfway through doing. If I wanted to stick a piece of ribbon, if I just wanted to put a little bit of fabric together because it's a small project that I'm working on, then tacky glue will do that perfectly for you. Not all purpose, tacky glue will do that. However, it is not washable. If you want it to be washable, then you must go ahead to the website and buy the collal textile glue for that.
Fabulous, thank you very much. Right, okay, let's talk scissors for a little while, shall we? You've got, I mean, so many people are grabbing the scissors right now, and here is a wonderful bundle of 3. So it's the precision snips, which I think are really good there. And you've also got a pair of the 6-inch and a pair of the 9-inch as well. And the 9-inch have got, as Leanne showed us before, you can just see the indentations there. So you've got up to 3-inch markings and measurements. I've never seen a pair of scissors, and I've taught fabric elsewhere as well. I've never seen a pair of scissors which actually have a ruler built into them as well. So you know if you need to snip 1 inch in, you can snip 1 inch in without thinking, oh, well, that's about an inch. Do you know what I mean? And then you've got your precision snips, which I think are really good. These are the 4.5-inch ones, and they are great for your fussy cutting, of course. And of course, then you've got your sort of mid-size scissors as well. And get them all in your Gemini caddy, of course, and make sure you're adding one of those to your order. 40% of the scissor bundle has already sold out and gone. Now, we also have, as well as this being glue school, we've got stamps, dies and other bits and pieces which will need your glue as we go along the way as well. And these are amazing. These are our decoupage. Hang on, let me go for peony first, which is this one, yes. I had it already. There we go. So Peony Blooms is the first one, which is amazing. So you get your floral decoupage dies. You also get the matching stamps with them as well. And you are going to love this because you also get the 6x6 topper pad as well, which is just awesome. Really cool. All 3 of those for a ridiculous price tag of £20.98 or $32.98. Check those out in more detail on the website. And if you love this kind of thing, we've actually got 3 bundles of it. So next is the classic rose. This is really cool and so elegant. Now imagine how well these are going to work with those new nesting dies as well that we featured earlier on. Again, with these, you've got the dies, you've got the stamps, and you've got the 6x6 topper pad there as well, all in one bundle together. Everything you will need, £20.98, $32.98. And the third one we have for you is floral spray. These are just perfect for all year round cards as well, aren't they? They're wonderful. Now, a quarter of the stock of this one has already sold out and gone, just so you know, even, you know, on our first glance of it right now. Look at that, you can see the detail from the stamp set there. If you've got new markers and colouring mediums, you're gonna love going at these, but remember, of course, you have got your topper pad there as well. So whether you want to colour them yourself or use the topper pad, this goes on and on and on. £20.98, $32.98. Now, let's go to our 3D glue, which is brilliant. Now, 3D glue is that dimensional glue. You know that Debbie Robinson is a huge, massive #1 fan. It's what she calls the chunky glue, and we've got a wonderful bundle for you here. So you end up having 3 tubes of your 3D glue. and you get the tools which are in the box there. And actually we had a question about the 3D glue, because obviously some people have been watching the shows and watching people demonstrate the 3D glue before, Leanne. So a lot of people are wondering, does the glue go hard in the tube? Which is kind of a fair question, really.
It is a fair question, because a lot of us will have had this type of glue before where it has in fact gone hard in the tube. As long as you do what I'm about to show you, no, it will not go hard in the tube.
Well, you need to show me now that you can't just tease me like that. I think you're going to need to show me right now.
Do you want me to show you immediately? I'm
Yes,
looking for
please.
my little tool here. This will do me nicely. Okay, so the 3D glue gel is a non-silicone based dimensional adhesive, and it is incredibly strong. So it's got all of the power of a regular silicone that you would seal the bathroom with none of the silicone or the odor in it, which is the really beneficial thing for craft. What that does mean is that it's not just about paper craft, because I have repaired my bread bin, my shower, my caravan, and a shoe, and a bike trainer, and a tent, and an awning with this glue. Yep, with this glue. So it really is the glue that you need in your stash at home, not just for your crafting emergencies or your crafting jobs, but for your regular home emergencies, because it will fix the job for you. It is incredibly strong, brilliant as a sealant. I had a hole in an awning. I filled the hole in the awning with this glue, and that awning lasted me another 5 years, didn't leak. It is absolutely amazing. My shower screen was coming off the wall in the bathroom. I put the shower screen back on with this 3D glue gel. It's still on the wall to this day. So it really is a fantastic glue. And they're just experiences that I've had at home. Sorry,
Can I just ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
You know one of those things that goes in the shower thing that's got like suckers on it that never stick to the wall?
Yes.
Could I put 3D glue on those and stick that to the tiles? Would that work?
Yeah, you can.
Oh my word. Sorry, I know it's not about me, but that'll sort out my shower for years.
It will. It will absolutely do that for you. Now, when you get this glue out of the box, take it out of the box, you get the glue and you get your tools. The tools you get are your winder, you get your syringe top, the syringe has got an inside, and you get a detail applicator should you wish to use it. Honestly, I never use that, but you can decide if you want to, and I'll tell you how it works. So you're going to take the lid off the glue, and then you'll see that it's got this little seal on here. You only take this off when you're ready to start using it. Remove the seal, and that will reveal the glue for you, which is inside there. We're then going to use it in one of two ways. We can use it straight from the tube if we would like to, but my preferred method is to fill the syringe and use it from the syringe, because I don't waste any, and I get a more detailed application. The way to fill your syringe is to pop your winder on the bottom here like that, so you're ready to go. There you go, winder on there. The syringe is then made to be the exact size the top of the glue spout. You can see that there, either side, okay? So you put your glue spout in there, your winder on the bottom, and then you wind your glue into the tube. Now, trying to do this so you can see it. I'm all fingers and thumbs.
There's something very therapeutic about this as well.
There is. Right, here we go. So as you wind the glue into the tube, do that for you, hold it still. You don't fill the whole thing. You stop at about 3/4. That is enough. Can you see there? This area now doesn't have any glue in. So you stop there, because when you put your plunger in, there needs to be space to push that glue down to the bottom and out. If you don't leave that space when you're winding it in, the glue will just back out here and you'll have wasted some. So that is my syringe now loaded, ready to go. And you can see what I've done is push it so that I've got a tiny little bit coming out there. You see that? And that is just so there is no air getting into the syringe now. There's no air here and there's no air here. And I can pop my little top on there, and that will live happily in my syringe, as this one has. I did this a week ago because I knew I was going to be doing a glue school. And so I did it a week ago. That little top was on there. And if I show you now, look, that's free flowing.
Leanne, just a quick question
hard.
where you are right now. Karen on YouTube says, how long can you leave the glue in the, she calls it an injector.
Yes.
How long can it safely stay there?
As long as you have it sealed. So you leave that little bit coming out, that little bit that you can see there. As long as that's popping out and you put your lid on with that popping out, that is now sealed. So you can keep it in there. I've had mine in there for weeks in the past.
Brilliant.
If you leave it so any air can get in, so you don't have that little bit of glue popping out, that's when it'll start going hard. As soon as air gets to it, it'll go hard. So it needs to be completely sealed. So that's my syringes filled, ready to do the job. Now this is the next thing about it going hard in the tube. This is the very important thing you need to do, Derek. So you're going to, before you put the lid on your glue, you're going to wind your winder until you get that little dome sticking out the top. You can see that there. That amount of glue sticking out the top, then put your lid on with that amount of glue sticking out the top. That creates a seal, the same as the little bit of tin foil that we took off, and that means your glue will stay wet in there and will not go hard for months, as long as you always do that. So if you always do that little dome and put the lid on, your glue will not go hard in the tube because it's sealed. Now, the reason 3D glue gel is fantastic is because it allows you to get dimension. Now, what I've done, and you've got the dies there in this fantastic kit, I've got one of these brilliant decoupage pads, and if you're like our Craig, and we've got this fabulous scissor bundle on the show as well, these tiny little snips in here, even though Craig has dies to go with these decoupage pads, he loves the therapy of being able to cut out decoupage himself. He really enjoys it. I don't, he does. However, if you're like Craig and you love to do that, these tiny little sharp snips that come in that scissor bundle are going to be fantastic for you to be able to cut out your decoupage. Your little scissors will do that for you. I've already got mine cut out, and so what I'm going to do is just shape it, and I like to shape with my ball tools. So I just rub that in my hand with the biggest ball tool, or you can just do it with your fingers if you like, and that gets some lovely shape on your decoupage for you to start building it up. So that's layer one.
Leanne,
yes,
sorry, we may have to just watch for a second what you are doing, because I need to make an announcement.
No problem.
I know. Oh, I feel like I should have papers shuffling like a newsman and everything. Breaking news. Today's £10, $10 free gift, the layering stencil, the rose one there from Rose Garden. We only got a couple of hundred of those left. We've had so many orders going through the website today because people are shopping ahead with the birthday deals. So if you especially want that, because we will substitute it for another goodie, don't worry when those have run out. But if you specifically want that rose stencil, can I just suggest, and we never nag you about checking out your baskets, but if you want to guarantee that as your free gift, because we'll soon be substituting it, do make sure that you check out your order very, very soon. I apologise, Leanne, but I thought everyone would need to know.
That is really important, because if you do, and it is a fantastic stencil which goes with the Rose Garden collection that we're launching birthday period this year, then absolutely the best thing to do. What I've just done is put my first layer on there, so I'm just going to pick that up so you can see. You see layer 2 of the decoupage is on there, and you can see the glue inside. So all I do is shape the next layer, and I always shape my decoupage. I much prefer the effect, because what that does when you shape it like this and then put your glue in, what that does, the shape hides the glue magic underneath. So you can see what I do is just spread with my syringe little drops of that glue all around, and then I line that up, and because it's 3D and so therefore it's a wet glue, I can maneuver that until it's in the right position, give it a push, and then that will dry. And I'll just keep building up all of those different layers that you've either cut with your scissors or that you've cut out with your die set that comes with. And you can see it's really easy to line those up to get that fantastic dimension, which I will pick up for you in a second. And I love the fact, Derek, that I've had the opportunity, because I nag all the time in the office, I need to do a glue skill, I need to do a glue skill. So many people ask about glue, they all want to know which glues, let me do a glue skill. And it's not often I get the chance. So to have been able to get the chance in birthday week to do this for you, Honestly, I'm really happy about it.
Awesome, it really is. And that's why I'm staying very, very quiet like a little church mouse here, because I know, like me, lots of you are making notes furiously right now. I've got a quick question on the 3D, Leanne, actually. How long does it take to dry? What's its dry time? Because you use quite a bit of it sometimes, don't you?
And that is a really good question. And this is definitely one of the glues that will take a longer amount of time to dry. So it will be touch dry in about 20 to 30 minutes. But I would not be putting a 3D topper like this, and I'll just pick that up and show you how 3D that is now. I would not be putting a 3D topper like this into the post until the next day. I would leave it overnight because I wouldn't want it to get squish flat. So I would 20 to 30 minutes and it's safe to touch it, but I would leave it overnight before I posted it.
It's like when you're baking that particularly yummy cake. Don't go back and prod and poke too soon.
Yes.
We've all been there.
We have all been there. Now, the thing that I want to show you now is the next thing that if you're a fan of 3D decoupage, any 3D decoupage, our die cut florals, sheets of it you've had at home in your stash for years and years and years, whatever it is, you definitely need a tin of this spray and shine in your life. And what this does is give your matte projects so much more gloss and glamour and really makes it stand out. It makes the colours more vibrant and gives it a really wonderful varnished finish, and it's very, very easy to use. So to use this, you're just going to give the kind of good old shake, and then we're going to do short, sharp bursts. So short, sharp bursts on my topper, and then I'll pick it up and show you the difference. Now, less is more again. And so what you're going to do is that, which is, you can see the gloss on there immediately, can't you? Ooh. Look at that. How fantastic. That looks like an enamelled piece of artwork, doesn't it? It looks amazing. So let that dry and then go back with a second little layer. Now I'm just going to do all the layers at once because we haven't got time for me to let this dry. But you would do 2 or 3 fine layers rather than one thick layer as I have just done. And then what I'm going to do is bring this across onto a little card with my 3D glue gel again. Again, leave that till it goes dry. I'm not following any of my own good advice right now. I'm sure you will do that at home. I'm popping that on there with my 3D glue gel. Going to give it a little push so it sticks. And of course you'll be doing this with a dry one. And there you can see you've got that beautiful 3D, let it dry, sorry guys, I'm going to hold it here, beautiful 3D effect when the glue is dry but with the shine on there. Now this is the one I did earlier, which doesn't have the spray and shine on, and look at the difference. Both are equally gorgeous. It just depends what look you're going for with whatever you're working on, and you can see how amazing and enamelled that brings that to life, doesn't it? So that works brilliantly with your decoupage and your 3D glue gel, that spray and shine. And not just for that, for your decorative papers. For example, if I get this piece of decorative paper down here, I've got a piece I put in the bin earlier. Let me grab it, this one. That'll do nicely. I can actually use that on my decorative papers too. And if I just mask this off, you'll see the difference between the two areas. And I just do my short, sharp bursts again for my spray and shine. Spray and shine in the whole desktop here right now. Never mind, stick away will do that for me. There we go. Look at the difference in that piece of paper. Can you see it? You can see the flat and you can see the shine. It really does. And what that does do, which has just been mentioned in my ear there, and that's exactly right. If you're printing craft at home and your printer ink is a little bit dull, using your spray and shine over the top intensifies the colour for you, really makes them pop even, not prop, and you get that lovely shine finish on there. So it's fantastic for masking and using on your decorative papers as well as your decoupage if that's what you want to do. But I always show you that as a pair with the 3D glue gel because I think it's absolutely perfect for your dimensional decoupage as I've just shown you.
Oh my word, there's too much to take in. I love it. If you're in the UK, you're definitely adding that to your order, aren't you? At least one, if not 2 or 3 at $7.99. It is just available in the UK. Oh, actually, yes, if you're getting 3, because I'm thinking 1 will never be enough because you'll get started and that'll be it. You'll be off. You'll be spraying everything in sight, won't you? It's on a 3 for 2. So if you were going to buy a couple, just add a third one to your basket. The third one will be free. It's just too awesome this birthday, isn't it? There's too many goodies. Right, let's give you a stock update then on our Gemini Caddy as well. You know what? Everyone's seen the huge sense in having one of these sat by their Gemini. Even if you don't have a Gemini, you've got to have it, haven't you, really? It's amazing. Today it comes with the low tack tape and the die brush tool and the pad that comes, the foam pad that comes with that as well. All for an awesome $29.99 or $29.95. I love sometimes how the prices are so the same in dollars as they are in pounds. It's absolutely phenomenal. And we're going back to the nesting dies, and I just spotted, so I just had to Leanne shimmied it over to me. Look, there is that fabulous Decoupage rose against the brand new nesting die stack that you've got going on there. How cool is this? Well, let's talk these nesting dies, shall we? As we've got that, I want to keep that card, Leanne. It's so beautiful, so lovely. Let me show you what is in the bundle then. So you have the wonderful rose, which is so beautiful. It's like to me, it's like a Tudor rose. It's really gorgeous. And you can see there on the board, we've just laid it up at every level there, just to give you an example of what it can do. And how cool is that? I never thought of doing that with nesting dies, starting from a lighter and then working out to a darker. But isn't it awesome? It's going to make everyone get any nesting dies that they've got right now out of their collection. But you've got to have these as well. So there is the fancy oval. I think this is the fancy rectangle, I beg your pardon, is that one. The oval is the next one. The names are on the back, Derek. You just have to read it. It's very simple. Oh, it's not on that one. So that's the oval one, isn't it? I'm hoping. A wall of silence hits my ears. And then we've got the fancy square there as well. So you're getting all four of those, and they are absolutely awesome. In terms of number of dies, there's an awful lot of dies there, isn't there, for your money, if you think about it. And you know how global and how universal your nesting dies are there. Approaching half of the entire stock. I nearly shouted it there. Approaching half of the stock, nearly sold out and gone. I'm not surprised at all. I think actually when it comes to nesting dies, you keep using your same ones over and over and over again, don't you? So it's quite nice to have some new ones. Right, I need to do my first winner. My first giveaway winner. Remember, all you need to do for our giveaways that we're doing live in the show is simply comment. And the winner of my first goodie bag this afternoon, goodie bag number 1, which has got, I want to tell you, but then I don't want to tell you. I want it to be a nice surprise when it arrives. But there's a huge value. If we were taking this to the till and checking it out, it would be a lot of money. And it is going to a YouTube user this time, and it is Elgars. Elgars. Is that like the composer? Elgars. And I've got you a bingo ball as well. Here it is, to go in the big prize draw for Sunday as well. So you get your prize bag, but you also get 067, which is going in the very high-tech bingo machine. I mean, there's no expense spared here. We spend all the money on the free gifts for you and not on our studio props. Look at that. So this is the big bingo draw. Everyone's winning ball is in there. I've given them a good shake, so good luck for you on Sunday. And let me show you, if your ball is picked out on Sunday, here's what you could be winning, or what you will be winning if your ball is pulled out. How phenomenal. Now, Elgars, I just need you to drop us a quick email, if you will, to prizes@crafterscompanion.com. That's prizes@crafterscompanion.com. So if you're Elgars on YouTube, I need you to just drop me a little message to prizes@crafterscompanion.com, and I will get your goodie bag on the way to you. In fact, I'll put it over there so it's ready to go to dispatch straight away. Right, okay. Now, we are going to, oh my gosh, right. Okay, this is brilliant. Now, which ones are we doing first, Laura? Right, okay. Let's do, what an awful, are we doing Dotty? Oh, okay. Right, we'll do this one. This is an awesome box. Everybody wants this box, do you know what I mean? Quite apart from what's inside it, I just want the box. I don't have one of these and I want one, don't you? Because you know what, up in your shelves or whatever, where you keep all of your crafty bits and pieces, you definitely want one of these, don't you, sitting up there? That would be awesome. Now, these are like hen's teeth in the building, let me tell you. So, how on earth, for £30 or $39.50, we get you a tape pen? That's brilliant, isn't it? But there's not just one, or two, or three, or four. There's actually 12 beautiful, incredible, strong and secure, and this is going to keep you going and going and going and going and going for a long time. And it comes in a box that you can use to store other goodies with it, and it's got Crafter's Companion all over it as well. You get that for £30 or $39.50. What about the Dotty? What about the Dotty? What about the Dotty? How would you like 12 of those? I'm just going to put that box up there and show you one, because I don't want to make another big heck of a mess. No, because it would be a lot of rustling while Leanne's doing glue school, so I might get told off. So 12 Dotty tape pens, £38, $54. Let me tell you that a deal like this, because these go like hotcakes all of the time anyway, we order, I don't know what exactly the numbers are, but I'm guessing it must be, I don't know, it must be probably a 6-figure number sometimes that we need to order in of units of these tape pens between these, the strong. You know what, and they just go so quickly. We watch the stock numbers, we never know how many people are going to order at any one time, and now we're doing them every time you order this item number once. 12 tape pens just disappear out of our stock. 12 in one go. It's ridiculous. But they're so good, Leanne. Tell us why they are the legend of the craft world.
So they are the absolute legend of the craft world. And actually our tape pens are the first product. Our strong tape pen is the first product that I ever developed for Crafter's Companion all of those years ago. And it's still, 10 years later, going strong, and is loved and thought to be the best tape pen in the industry by so many of you. And I'm grateful for that. And I'll explain to you why when I tell you how many glues I tested. Before I do that, because I'm a little bit of a rogue, I just need to show you one other thing with my 3D glue gel. Because if you've got a dimensional embellishment like this, little ribbon bow, how on earth do you stick that to something? A flat glue won't stick. You've got your dimensional decoupage. You want it on there. It won't go on there. How do you make that work? Your 3D glue gel, a little dab on the back, pop that down there, and that embellishment is going to be stuck on your project and it will not fall off. So actually your 3D glue gel is about dimensional embellishments as well as dimensional sticking. I wanted to pop that in there for you so you know that when you get it home, and I haven't shortchanged you. So first things first, tape pens. So we've got the Dotty and we've got the strong. Let's start with strong because that's where the journey started. This is the first product that I ever developed for Crafter's Companion. And when I was testing the glues that I wanted for Crafter's Companion, I took a ream of copy paper with me to talk to all of the different tape pen manufacturers. And I would go to their establishment and say, I'd like a tape pen that works like a wet glue, please. And it was a little bit like the council workers, because what would happen at that point is they'd all suck in through their teeth. I'd say, please can I have a tape pen that works exactly the same as a wet glue? And everyone would go, just like that. Shall I do it again for you? Everyone would go like this. Not possible. I'd be like, it's got to be possible, it's got to be possible. Tape pens are so frustrating. Everything you do with them falls to pieces. Why can't we get a tape pen that works like a wet glue? I challenge you. And I visited lots and lots of different manufacturers. I have ended up with a manufacturer from Japan, with glue from Japan. And I tested 25 different tapes before we ended up on the one that is in our tape pen. And for each one of those, I would do this test that I'm doing right now. So I've put some lines of tape pen onto a sheet of photocopy paper, and then with the palm of my hand, I'm warming that glue. When you warm the glue, what that does is create the adhesion for you. And then what I would do at all of the different glue establishments is do that and then go to try and pull the paper apart. Now, with our tape pen, I can't separate that. And you see it tears the surface of the paper away. It doesn't come apart. So that's my pure brute strength. But everywhere there is tape, the surface of the paper has come away, if that makes sense, which shows that it's a really true, strong adhesion that you've got in there. There's only our tape pen I've been able to achieve that with, which tells you that this now you have a tape pen which has glue as strong as a wet glue in a dry, convenient, portable application method. And that is truly fantastic, and why our tape pens are bought in bulk and loved by so many of you. You watched me do a demonstration with a box earlier. I told you that I would always only use a wet glue for a box. I always caveat that now with, I will always use a wet glue unless I'm using a Crafter's Companion tape pen. If I'm using a Crafter's Companion tape pen, I'm confident that you can make all of your gift boxes with that, as well as do your matting and layering and any other gluey thing that you want, because what you've got with our strong tape pen is a really good strong glue with the strength of a wet glue and a dry, convenient, portable application. The other thing this will do for you is let you do your decorative work as well. So I've just got a little half folded card here, and this is again just to show you the strength of it. My ruler is here, so I've got my ruler, and I'm using my ruler just to keep my tape pen in a nice straight line as I roll down here. And then what I'm going to do is go against the ruler, which I've done there, and now I've got some glitter. And what I can do if I want to do some glitter lines or accents on my project now, with a line of my tape pen, is rub that in place and tap that away, and look at how fantastic that line of glitter embellishment is. Look how there is no missing pieces. Look, there's no little wiggles. It is a perfectly straight, and I always like to do this demonstration because you can see how precise that line of glue applied from this tape pen is, where there's no little bits missing out the middle, there's no wiggly edges which you get with other glue pens. You just get a beautiful straight line of glue, and that has adhered your glitter for your accents and embellishments if that's what you want to do. Now there is a knack to applying the glue, Derek, and this is something that you all have to solemnly swear to do in the law court of Leanne. I'm sorry, I'm just going to get a little wet wipe and clean this mess up I've got here.
Is the law court of Leanne, is that stronger and more severe than, let's say, Judge Judy?
Gosh, yes.
Oh, right, okay.
And Judge Rinder quakes in his shoes at the thought of ending up in the law court.
Well, I wasn't
of
even
Leanne.
going to suggest him.
What you need to do when you're applying your tape, and you'll notice I do this all the time, is I flick. So it's what we call the tape pen flick. So I'm bringing it down in a straight line, flick to the side. What that does is cut your glue line off, and you'll be able to see it on a shine there if I wiggle it at you, possibly. Can you see it? A little bit, maybe not. But what it does, I'm going to actually put my glitter back on, you'll see. Yeah. Oh, you can see it now. Oh, there, lovely. Right, great. So what you can see is it cuts it in a lovely straight line. If I don't do the flick, and I'll just show you the flick again. So it comes in a straight line, flick. That cuts the glue perfectly on this tape to apply it again. If I do this because it's sticky and then I lift it vertically, it pulls the glue back into the winder. So you always need to do the flick, and that cuts your glue for you. It means that you're ready to use it again and again and again. Okay, so that's really important. I need you all to promise you'll do that.
Can I just tell you something? Put your fingers in your ears a moment.
Yeah?
I might have broken the law a few times.
Oh my
You weren't meant to
word.
be listening, you.
Oh, I heard you. You've broken the law at least once. But if you didn't know the law,
That's
I'll let
true.
you off.
That's true. I hadn't been to glue school before.
If you hadn't been to glue school and had your certificate and passed out, Derek, then we'll let you off.
I'm all right.
But
then.
now that you've been to the glue school,
Never again. Yeah.
never again.
Never again.
So our Dotty tape pen has exactly the same permanent glue in it. It's just Dotty. So I'll just do that for you, and you can see, hopefully, all of the little dots of glue. This picture perfectly demonstrates what I'm trying to show you there. So the glue applies in this dotty way rather than in a solid strip way. And the reason we do it like that is so that you can stick all of your very detailed fancy die cuts without any glue squidging through. So this is one of our fantastic interchangeable creator card dies, and I know we've got those on today's show as well on a really, really good deal for you if you wanted to shop and get those. And I'll just show you how to stick it, and then I'm sure, Derek, you've got some to show folks, haven't you? So what you would do is turn that back to front, and then with your Dotty tape pen, just run it across the detailed die cut. What happens, always have a piece of waste material underneath. What happens is the glue dots only stick to the yellow pieces of card. They go through to the waste card underneath. And what this means is your detailed die cuts, your fancy sentiments, your lacy panels, all of that work that you've done in terms of your cutting out and it being gorgeous can be stuck now to a card front. And then I'm going to hold this up and challenge our amazing camera folks, bit of glitter on my hands, to come up really close and see if you can see any glue squidges there at all. Not one. A splodge. Yeah. And that is solid as if you're using a wet glue, because remember it's the same strong adhesive that we have in the permanent tape pen, but it's just in the Dotty format so that you can stick these fantastic detailed panels down without having any glue squidging out around the outside and ruining your work. And so many of us will have had that experience in the past with our detailed dies. Yeah, no, it's so true. You can do the whole glitter thing with the Dotty as well, can't you? Because I've seen Craig do it before, and it's like magic. And actually, you could do it with gilding flakes as well, can't you, Leanne? You can literally go over the Dotty and then rub your gilding flakes in, and it will leave you with just the formation of the Dotty tape pen itself, which is absolutely awesome. And you've got to see it, because you've got to try this as well. It was something, see, I had a little mini lesson from Craig, but what you end up with is the formation of the actual Dotty tape pen, which is superb because it is, as the name suggests, it's Dotty, so it's got that lovely texture that goes through it. It's absolutely phenomenal. It really is. It almost looks like a textured kind of ribbon kind of thing, and you can do that with gilding flakes as well. You can. There you go. Oh, it's lovely. This show, honestly, awesome. Right, let me show you these interchangeable creator card dies then, because this is such a lovely bundle. It's really, really gorgeous, and you'll want to get it. So this obviously has the one large die, which has the roses in the frame, and then you can interchange the sentiments. So with the heartfelt frame, and you're getting all of these that I'm about to show you, you get the All My Love, you get Love You, and you get Sending Lots of Love as well, which is lovely. And that, by the way, is an envelope. Just in case you're thinking, what on earth is that? It's an envelope. So that's the heartfelt frame. You also get the flower frame as well, which has best wishes, happy birthday, and just for you. You also get the trellis frame, which again is absolutely beautiful. That has celebrate, thank you, and thinking of you on it as your interchangeable sentiments. And then you have the elegant frame one, which I think is the one that, was that the one you had, Leanne, just then? Yeah, I think it was. Congratulations, you're invited, and enjoy your special day. You also get with that bundle, by the way, a pack of Centura Pearl in baby blue, which is rather lovely. Baby blue is one of my favourite colours of Centura Pearl as well. They are absolutely gorgeous. Is that all of the... Is it? Is it? Is it? Just to show off a bit of our storage as well, by the way. All of those interchangeable dies and sentiments we've put on the magnetic sheets of our large die storage folder, which is pretty cool, which is lovely. Both sides are magnetic as well, as you see. I'm going to get you the... We've got that on the show as well, haven't you? We've got that with the magnetic sheets in it as well. Oh, you get 2 packs, do you? 2 packs of magnetic panels, and there are, is it 3 on each one, is it? Yeah, so 3 pages on each one. So today, and that's the regular price of the large folder, isn't it? So the large folder, and you get 2 packs of the A4 magnetic sheets. So you get 6 pages in essence, because you're getting 2 pack. How cool is that for $19.99? Gosh, I've seen a lot of deals on this large stamp folder, and that has got to be pretty much the most awesome, hasn't it? Remember, this has got pockets to keep other bits and pieces in as well, and of course the whole of that interchangeable die set, which is really, really good. Oh, breaking news part 2. Oh gosh, right, okay.
Well, you know what? It is a free gift. A free gift is a free gift is a free gift. I've just been told that if our £10, $10 free gift, when that runs out for today, that's our lot for our £10, $10 gift. So it's a while stocks last on that, and we are down now to the last couple of hundred or so, and that's moving really, really quickly as people check out their orders. So our £10, $10 gift is while stocks last. There'll be a new one tomorrow, but today's has almost gone. So if you're thinking of checking out an order, now would be a very, very good time to do it. Right, I've got another giveaway to do right now. Let me just rummage in my bag because I have another winner. There's so much going on in this show. Honestly, if it looks a little bit chaotic, it is. It absolutely is. Right, okay, let's go to this group here, because I have lots and lots of different groups going on here to get our next winner. In fact, where's it gone? Where is it gone? Do you know the winner, Laura? LJ Smith on Facebook. Sorry, I couldn't find the right place there. And LJ, I've got a number for you to go in the big bingo draw for Sunday. So you've won your party, your prize bag. And G48, you need to remember and hold it to your heart. Write it down on something. So here is your goodie bag. LJ, that's your goodie bag. You've got all sorts going on in there. I can't even give you any clues, but it's darn good. Oh, never seen one of those before. I've never seen one of those before. Oh, very nice. No, not showing you. Not showing you. You've got. It's going to be like Christmas that comes early. So LJ, there is your ball. Ta-da! There it goes. Let's give them all a shimmy. There we go. Very sophisticated. I love that. No expense spared for that. So the big draw is going to be on Sunday. I don't know which show. She'll have to watch both. I would imagine it'll be our second show of the day on Sunday. And the grand prize this week to be given away on Sunday is this little lot. I keep saying little lot. It's a huge lot. It's ridiculous. You've got a caddy there. You've got a Gemini Junior. Is that a Junior in there? There's all sorts. You've got our brand new hint of tri-blends as well. Oh, amazing, amazing. Oh, there's some noisy stuff going on over there. I don't know what's going on over there. Anyway, listen, I can't squeak on the teacher, can I, honestly? I don't know if that's allowed, Leanne, is it? Oh, that's the Leanne look. Am I hedging my bets there, Leanne? Leanne, I've got a quick I'll redeem myself with some viewer questions, if that's all right. I had a really good question earlier on, and I've forgotten who asked me, so forgive me if you asked the question, because there's so many coming through. I'll get as many as I can over. Here it is. It's from Ingrid on Facebook. She says, Leanne, going back to the glue bottles that we started with, you're making lots of noise there, aren't you? She's doing it for badness now. What's the best way to store your glue bottles that are no longer full? Upside down? Upside right?
That's a very good question. I just keep mine the right way up. I just keep it the right way up. But however, when I'm gluing with it, and because it might be that you've got an inch left at the bottom, you might be tempted to store your bottle like this. Just make sure that you've shut the cap properly. And to do that, that little white piece should be sticking out of the top. If it isn't, then you've got the potential that your glue might come out. So just make sure you've closed your cap properly. However, what I tend to do is just keep it on my craft desk horizontal like that, which means it settles on the horizontal here, so that when I do this, it doesn't have as far to run, so it's quicker. It's not having to settle all the way down from the bottle. I don't advise ever doing this. I would keep them like that if you've just got a tiny bit in the bottom, and then it's not so far to squeeze it down.
Perfect. Lovely. And of course, lots of you will be decanting it left, right and centre into your fine tip applicators as well. Honestly, it's so busy. Keep your comments coming in. Any questions you've got, because time whizzes away. Before we know it, it'll be the end of the show and the end of the glue school, and we've got things to move on to now. And it looks like we've got some sprays there. Well, you've got all sorts over there, Leanne, but we're looking at sprays next.
I'm having a party with my glue over here. Honestly, I love it. I love showing you all the different ways you can use it. We're going to have a look at our Stick and Stay, which is a permanent spray adhesive, and our Stick Away, which is a clean it all up after you've made a horrible mess spray. And so I'm going to be showing you both of them together. So I've got my stick and stay, and my stick and stay is a permanent adhesive, which is going to allow us to stick everything and make our own glitter card. So I'll show you that with our detailed dies first, and then I'm going to show you how to use the stick away with it. So first things first, what I've got here is I've used a really lovely detailed die, and you can see I've cut that on the side of a card here. But if I wanted to make that into an easel card, for example, or one of those tent fold cards where it opens up and I've got two stuck together, how do I get something so intricate stuck together so that I don't have a shadow and that the two pieces are perfect? Well, that's when you want your stick and stay adhesive. So I've got my half fold card here, and then you want plenty of scrap paper because you just need to mask off. So I've got another piece of paper here, and then the noise you could hear earlier was me removing my repositionable tape from the reel. And that was the noise you could hear. Yes, there we go. You
weren't just being disrupted from the back of the class.
I wasn't being disrupted from the back. I would never do anything like that. So you can see I've used my repositionable tape and I've masked the whole area off. So the only area left exposed is the area that needs the glue. And so then I'm going to do lots of short, sharp bursts. So I've got short, sharp bursts with the spray glue, and that's going to put my permanent spray adhesive all over that decorative piece. I can then remove it from the masked off pieces. So just remove those out of the way. You've got 2 minutes repositioning with this. So if you don't get it in the exact place straight away, you've got 2 minutes to get it right. So then all I do is line this up, put that piece over the top, push it in place and give it a little slide. And now that has bonded to be two pieces together to make one piece, which gives me that fantastic step back that I wanted on my card with that really beautiful detail piece in the center. And you can see there's no shadowing there. It's joined the two pieces together perfectly and permanently. So that's one way of using the stick and stay. The next thing that I love to use this for is probably my favorite thing, because what I love to do is create with my die cuts my own glittered embellishments, and you can do that with your stick and stay really easily. So what I've got here is a die cut sentiment from one of our ranges a long time ago, and I've got my stick and stay, and I've got little short sharp bursts all over that. So that's just applying the adhesive to that delicate die cut and giving it a really lovely all over coating. I then move them out the way and take you can use a clear glitter or you can use a darker glitter if you wanted to, whichever you prefer. I do really like to do this with my clear glitters. I love the effect. I think with the iridescent glitter and a white cardstock, you get a really elegant look. And look what I've been able to create. If I get a darker piece of cardstock and pop it behind there, you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see it better. Let me get this one. There we go. So you can see that that's going to catch the glitter. I've got a now beautiful, delicate die cut, which has actually been glittered. So it could look like it's been cut from glittered cardstock. I can do the same with my coloured glitters if I want to. And I'm going to show you that now, just in case it was a little tricky to see that clear one.
There's a lot of white today, isn't there?
There's a lot of white, there is, yes. I'll move that. I'll do a darker one so you can see that as well.
Bring a bit of colour into your work today, Leanne.
Yes, I know. It's all about the white today. What can I say? And let me do this with a butterfly. So let's pop that there. That's my stick and stay. And then a piece of scrap card. I keep going in my bin to get another piece of scrap cardstock. It's a very good quality cardstock.
It's white again.
Fraudulent slip of the tongue right there. Where are my glitters gone? Here they are. Let's do a green butterfly. So I've sprayed that with my stick and stay. This is a green glitter, as you can see. Just rub that on onto all the areas where I had my stick and stay. And now when I pick that up, I've got a beautiful green glittered butterfly that you can see there. And if I pop that onto the white card, you can see all of the little bits below. So you can use your stick and stay to make anything that you've got at home into a glittered topper or die cut if that's what you'd like to do. Now when you've been using your stick and stay and you get your gluey mess all over, what happens when you get tape pen stuck on your glass mat, as I've got here? So I've been using my tape pen, I've been using my tacky glue, I've been using my Collal all-purpose glue, and I've got just a bit of a gluey mess on my mat. Well, the thing you need to clean that up is your Stick Away. Stick Away emulsifies all of the mess that you've got, takes it away and takes away all of the glue residue from the surface you were working on, not just on your glass mats but also on your scissors. If you get glue on your scissors because you've been cutting something, you can just spray it with your Stick Away and that will work. Now I've shown you that and you can't really see it because you couldn't see that the glue was there. So this next demonstration is to show you what I mean about emulsifying. So I'm taking a permanent adhesive and I'm going to spray a goodly amount in my hand.
Oh, do you know what? I was just about to ask you about, you know, when you've cut yourself or whatever and you have a sticking plaster, a band-aid on, and then you take it off and some of the glue stays behind.
Yeah.
I think you're about to show us, which we probably wouldn't recommend you doing at home, but this is just for demonstration.
This is just for demonstration purposes. It also shows that it's safe because I can put it on my hand and not worry about it. But what I've got now, I think you would agree.
That looks all kinds of wrong.
I mean, look, you can see it's really sticking my hand there. That's a really sticky old mess, isn't it?
Yes.
Stick Away.
Oh, it has, look.
Completely gone. Stuck away. No more stick. There's a little bit there. Just put a little bit more on. Emulsify it. Rub it. All of the glue. Completely gone. No more sticky hand.
Gosh, that's good.
So that will work on your craft mats, on your scissors, on your pokey tools, on your Gemini plates, on your glass mat, on your tabletop, on your mirrors. Ladies, hairspray. Hairspray all over your mirrors. Stick Away. Cleans your mirrors and gets the hairspray off for you. It's really, really good. Anything that's gluey or sticky, it's going to do that for you. So that's a really good staple that you need in your craft stash, but in your life stash as well.
Yeah, it feels like you need a few of those, doesn't it? It feels like you need probably at least one in your craft room and one probably in a kitchen cupboard somewhere as well for those kind of gluey messes. Because that's brilliant, isn't it? We're always looking for a product like that, aren't we? 3 for 2 as well. This is really, really good. Like we saw before, and this is UK only as well. Aren't we lucky today? $7.99, and it's on the 3 for 2 as well. We've got so many awesome deals to show you as well. Let's talk scissors first. We've got that bundle of 3 pairs of scissors. We've got the precision scissors, haven't we? And we've also got the 6-inch and the 9-inch, and the 9-inch has the little ruler on them as well, which is really, really good. £28, $44, really, really clever. Now, we've also got lots of awesome deals on essentials. So if you don't yet have a glass cutting mat, seriously invest in one because you can throw anything at it. It's heat resistant, etc, etc, etc. Just got to be done really at $21.99. That's a UK only as well, that one as well. And that is also on a 3 for tool, also with a small guillotine as well, which you can get $24.99 or $34.95. And we've got something which I definitely need to add to my list. Not about me, I know, but I need one of these. $39.99 for your large guillotine. Amazing, really, really good. Quick reminder of those nesting dies, so many of you going for them as well. It's nice to have, it's like a breath of fresh air that blew in through the door, isn't it? To have 4 brand new sets of incredible nesting dies, and they've all got that lovely stitch detail on them as well. £30, $40. That shouldn't be on a birthday deal because it's a new product as well. It's awesome. We said we were going to add lots and lots of new launches to part of the birthday deal, which doesn't officially start until tomorrow, by the way. Anyway, let's move on to our floral decoupage. You've been loving these as well. Really, really busy on this one. You've got 3 different choices as well. You've got the Peony Blooms, which comes with the dies, the stamps, and the topper pads as well, which you can use, you know, independently of each other as well as together. £20.98, $32.98. We've also got the other option, which is the classic rose, which is really, really beautiful. Again, the dies, the stamps, and the topper pad as well at an awesome, awesome price. Don't forget those double points right the way through the birthday event. And we've also got the floral spray, which is the one I think that, was that the one you were using earlier or were you on the rose? I can't remember actually. Floral spray is beautiful. Have a close look at those on the website as well and grab the deal. Now, if you love your red liner tape as well, which I don't know if that's technically glue or not, so I don't know if we're going to get a lesson on liner tape today. That's a tape, isn't it, I guess? We've got your liner tape birthday bundle. So that's one of the 3mm, one of the 6mm, and one of the 12mm red liner tape as well. Those bundles together, or those all bundled together, £7.50 or $15.50. Right, okay. We are coming back to the, I love those balloons. Balloons everywhere. It's so fantastic, isn't it? I'll catch one. I'll try and catch one next time they go past. Right, let's go back to the scissors. And I have never, Leanne, in all my born days, watching craft, fabric craft, everything, I've never seen a pair of scissors. And I've seen pairs of scissors at 150, 200 pounds as well, by the way. But I've never seen any that have that simple addition of measurements on the scissor. It makes so much sense.
It's incredibly helpful, isn't it? It's like one of those things where you don't realise you need it until you realise that you didn't have it before. Now that you kind of, that makes sense. I'm not sure
completely.
if it does, but it absolutely is. Yeah. Now, I just want to ask you a question. How would you feel if I told you could have a pair of scissors at home as a crafter where you didn't need to worry if your husband picked up your ribbon scissors and went and cut a bit of paper with them? I know. Or if you're a fabric crafter, it's okay for you to cut your paper pattern and then for you to cut your fabric because you won't blunt your scissors. I know.
Shocking.
Now you can. These scissors are absolutely incredible, and so many of you have taken the plunge and then come and said, you were right, Leanne. I didn't believe you in the demonstration. I thought I'm going to get them anyway and try them. I'm sure she's doing something magic there on that screen. But now that I've got them, I'm keeping them and I'm never using anything else. And I'm going to show you the variety of things that you can cut with these scissors with confidence. So what you have got is a non-stick coating on all of the blades. On the larger scissor, and of course you've seen me show you how fantastic that included measurement is on there. On your medium scissor and on your tiny little detail snip, each one of those has that fantastic non-stick coating on there. They're also made from Japanese steel. They're manufactured in a way that they will not loosen and lose their precision. And the blades are so precise that you can cut through all of these different materials with them effortlessly. And you can also cut to the tiny, tiny point of the scissor. I'm going to show you that too. Got so many things I want to show you. So first things first, this is just regular scrapbook paper. Listen to this. So I want you to listen. I'm going to be quiet so you can hear. Are you listening? Did you hear it? I'm lifting up the microphone so you can hear it again. Are you ready to listen? Oh,
that
you
means
just
business, doesn't
know
it?
when you hear this that you have got a precise, pronounced cut. Now get all your words in together, Leanne. Now what I'm going to do with this little bit of scrapbook paper here is look how tiny I'm going. Snip right to the edge of my scissor. Snip, 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 snip. And then what I'm going to do is this, so that you can see those little snips. If I fray them a little bit there, look at that. Tiny little snips cutting right to the edge of the scissor. Really, really precise. And of course you've got that built-in guide. Line it up to the 2 inches. Cut all the way to the end. Let your blade shut. Snip like that. And you know that that is a precise 2-inch cut. Brilliant for your fringe and brilliant for your box making. So these are great and look really, really precise. Now they're a pair of paper scissors. You would never expect that immediately after you've done that, you can pick up some fabric to do some fabric crafting.
Leanne, don't be telling the quilt police about this, will you?
Look at this. Look at how, listen. And then look at how precise, how sharp those cuts are. If you're a quilter or a soft crafter or a dressmaker even, these are exquisite. If you're snipping around curves, when you need to snip around curves when you're sewing, look how precise those tiny little snips are for going round curves. So you can go from your paper to your fabric to your felt, get those really precise cuts, and look, even snipping right to the very end, snip, snip to the very, very end, 0.5 millimetre.
Oh, Leanne, I need to jump in. Sorry. Sorry. Warning. Sorry, I don't want to worry anyone. But over half the stock of the scissor bundle gone already. So I know we're going to carry on seeing what else it can do. But please check out.
Look here, I'm cutting leather, faux leather with this now. Look at how precise and sharp those are. Look, I'm going to do the little snips on this light colour so you'll be able to see it.
Oh, Leanne, we'll just have to watch for a second. I just need to tell you quickly.
Yes.
We'll carry on watching. But today's £10, $10 gift, it has now gone. Oh no, you need to get checked out. Sorry, you told me it had gone. It hasn't gone. It's just about to. It's just about to. So if you're about to check out a basket, do it now, do it now, because it's about to go. Every free gift every day will be a while stocks last, and there will be a brand new one tomorrow. But we're so close.
I mean, that's amazing, and that free gift is fabulous. I'm just showing you here, look at the thickness of this. This is double-sided foam adhesive that I'm able to cut with my really big scissors. Absolutely precise, no issue at all. With my medium scissors and with my tiny little snips. All the way through, really thick double-sided foam adhesive. Fantastic, these scissors, in terms of doing the hard jobs. This piece of mount board, no problem for these, because the strength is in the way they've been designed, and you've got all of the precise cuts that you've got here. Absolutely effortless. Mirror card, I'm going through all of these things. Now notice I'm going through all of these really tricky surfaces and substances, things that we would need a really sharp pair of scissors for at home, even down to the tiny little snips at the end, with all 3 pairs of these scissors that you can see here, so you can get into your real precise onto my matte mirror card, my glitter card, my pearlescent card, my sticky back glitter paper, and then all the way back to my precise fabric cutting, with no dulling of the blade, no ruining of how it's been cut. I've got it folded, let's get that straight. Look at this, and you've still got that fantastic noise, and it's not resisting because it has not blunted the blade. If you want to do your ribbon, look at how precise, look how much I'm able to shave off. Look, tiny little slithers I can take off here, and it's precise. And you will get a cut where you will get no fraying of that ribbon. If you want to do your fork tongues, fold it in, put your scissors on an angle, do a snip, fold it up, fold it down to get an arrowhead, fold it up, scissors on an angle, snip, and you've got that precise little ribbon tail that you've got there. And you can do the same with all of your velvet ribbons as well. And what you've seen is I have gone from delicate materials such as vellum, satin, fabric, and then I've gone to mount board, glitter card, patterned papers, and got all of my beautiful cuts, precise cuts with no fraying that you can see here. Just absolutely glorious all the way along. Precise cuts all of the way from the fabric to the felt, to the glitter paper, to the pearlescent paper, to the glitter card, and the mirror board, and the mount board, and the faux leather, and I get no dulling or change in the precision that I can get with these 3 pairs of scissors. I promise you, you get these home and you will never want another pair of scissors again. These are the best craft scissors, in my personal opinion, because I tested lots of different blades and waited 10 years before we brought a pair of scissors into the Crafters Companion range, because they had to be a pair of scissors that would do what a crafter wants, which is cut all of these different things, so you don't need 27 pairs on your desktop and 1 pair that has to be for your ribbon only.
Do you know what? Just for those of you who don't know, because I know a lot of you are very, very regular viewers with us, but you know that Leanne heads up our product development team here at Crafters Companion. So it's really, really important that you know that when she's demonstrating whatever it is that is Crafters Companion here, it has to pass the Leanne test as well. And she will reject more than she ever accepts. So if you ever think, oh, I wish they'd do a little bit more new stuff, there's lots of new stuff always coming down the line, but it has to pass very, very rigorous tests, let me tell you. And actually the reason I've now got it completely and utterly, because I know that hairdressing scissors, for instance, you will only go to Japan for the blades. you can get blades all over the world for scissors. I'm guessing actually there's a lot more affordable places that Leanne could go and just get cheap as chip scissors. Keep the same price tag on screen because you know us and trust us, so you'd buy them anyway. But no, Crafters Companion have said no, we're going to Japan where they do everything absolutely the best when it comes to precision. And we're going to get you something that punches way above that price tag. That's amazing. Over half the stock of that bundle has gone, and now we all know why we need it. It's as simple as that. Right, I've got my final winner, my final goodie, but I hadn't forgotten. I've got my final winner in this show right now. Remember, you've been winning very, very easily just by commenting on Facebook or on YouTube. This time we went to YouTube, and our winner this time is Kathy C. on YouTube. Congratulations, you have won this incredible goodie bag. Listen, I know other people might tempted to kind of show you what's inside, but I want it to be a nice surprise when it arrives, so I'm going to keep that under wraps. But I am going to give you a number as well, Kathy C. I'm going to give you a bingo number for our high-tech bingo draw, which will happen on Sunday. So if N39 comes out on Sunday, Kathy, you have won yourself a huge Adhesive, great big bundle of goodness. There goes your ball in there. Let's give them another shimmy. So all the winners so far, they're all in there. From Ben and Sari yesterday and from Leanne and myself today. So that's another 6 that have gone in there today, which is brilliant. And we're going into a draw, which on Sunday could win you a huge, massive, Adhesive, humongous bundle of goodness for free. And we're going to do a couple of those grand prize draws as well through the birthday celebrations. So many birthday deals over on the website right now. You need to go and seek them all out because they are absolutely brilliant. There has never been a better time to shop with us here at Crafters Companion. And why are we doing all of this? Because we're celebrating being 15 years old. And rather than have a big party ourselves and eat all the cake ourselves, we thought we'd all share in the spoil. So all the deals are coming your way. I think Sarah's taken leave of her senses, quite frankly, because I've never seen more deals stacked up here at Crafters Companion than ever before. Now, next up, I've got to show you something else that you might not have spied on the page on Shop the Show today, which is an amazing shaker card birthday bundle. You get 3 amazing sets of great shaker cards there, which is brilliant. You get the cocktail glass, which is so sweet. That's called Let's Make Cocktails. You've also got Time to Shine, and I'm going to guess that that is the star in the middle. And then you've got Love Always, which is the lovely love heart. And they're all going to make shaker cards. Shaker cards are amazing to make. They really are. You have great fun with them. If you've never done one before, I think our Leanne is going to give us a little bit of a run through in just a second. To go with that, you'll need some shaker foam, of course, that can go round wiggly lines around the corners. But you'll have to be quick on this because over half the stock has gone already. £7.49, $7.49. It's the same price, which is brilliant. And you get lots and lots and lots of it. And this just makes it so simple because you don't have to cut into your full A4 sheets of foam to go round corners, Leanne. You can do it all with that.
You can do it all with this, Derek. Now, what I've done is cut out all of the pieces that I need with my die ready, so you can just see me using the tape. So I've cut out the base of the star, I've cut out the frame of the star, I've cut out my acetate piece, and we're just going to have a look at how to assemble it. So once you get your die home, cut out all of your bits, and you're going to then assemble it in the way I'm doing here. Now, what I'm doing is just using my foam tape from the roll, applying it and snipping with my little snips because they're so precise, and then going round the corner again and snipping all the way around. So you can do it like this in pieces as I'm doing, or if you're going round a curved shape like the cocktail glass, what you can do, this foam tape will bend. So what you could do is bend it round a curved shape. But with the points on a star like this, I actually prefer to work my way around as I'm doing here, putting a little bit of the foam tape on, then snipping, and a little bit of the foam tape on and snipping all the way around. Now, when you've got a pair of really detailed snips like I have with a non-stick blade, then you're not worried about doing this because you don't worry about getting the glue on there. And of course you could always clean it off if you did, but it won't stick on there. You won't get any residue. I'd be able to go back and do my fabric and my felt and all of the other little bits that we were looking at earlier with these scissors, and it won't stick to them because it's not grabbing the glue from the back of the foam tape. And this particular foam tape is the perfect width to go with your shaker card frame there. You can see when I pop that on top, so you can't see the foam, you can just see the frame. So it is the perfect width to go with your shaker cards. Then all you do is take off all of the pieces of the backing, and you can do that with your fingers if you like, or you can do it with a craft knife, whatever you prefer. If you don't have fingernails, craft knife will do the same job for you. I'm just going to take mine off with my fingers here, if I can get round. It's really good stick as well, actually, Derek. So I'm actually going to put a bit of, let me get my craft knife. Come to me, craft knife.
It'll always come eventually. It's quite fun, actually. It's quite therapeutic. I think a lot of people find it quite therapeutic, don't they? Lifting the back off their foam pads and their foam tape as well. We've got foam pad bundle in the show as well. So grab that if you need to stock up, because everything's on a deal today, which is brilliant.
Yeah, the craft knife, as you can see, just gets the backing away from the foam for you, so you can get peeling it off all the way around as you go around. It just makes it easier. So let's just do that. There we go. And do this. There we are. And there we go. Next one. There we are. So now that is the foam tape all the way around with the backing off. And I'm getting my topper ready. And I've got my little piece of acetate here, which is going to go over the top. But before I do that, I'm just going to pop some sequins in. And I'm just going to take the corner of my little sequin bag here. Notice I'm using my scissors to do the same job. I'm not worried about cutting different things. Pop a few of the sequins in there to do the shaker.
If you need sequins, by the way, they're on the show as well. In sterling silver, ruby red, emerald green and precious gold.
Oh, lovely. I've got the silver ones on there. There we go. Just get that. If they go and help themselves to the foam tape, I just like to go and make sure that they're all in the middle, and then they'll all shake. They won't get stuck. Okay, so just give them a little movement. Then get your piece of acetate. Your piece of acetate goes on top. And I've used the dies to cut the perfect shape of acetate too. So now I've got that. You can see my little shaker card. Feeling like Taylor Swift. Shaker card, shaker card. And then I'm going to use my tape pen now. So I've got my permanent tape pen. And I'm just going to apply, and remember to flick the tape pen all the way around, because what I've got here is the convenience of a wet glue in the ease and portability of my dry tape pen. So I've gone all the way around and done my flicking. I then just pop that over the top of my acetate there. That hides all of the workings. The foam tape is the perfect width. I've got a fantastic little shaker topper which I could put on top of a card if I wanted to, build that full thing up, and that's how that foam tape's going to work with those shaker card dies.
That's like the whole of glue school all culminated in one demonstration, isn't it? It's absolutely brilliant. I love it. I love it. I love shaker cards as well. You'll have such fun with them. There's the details if you want to go and have a look at those. It's a really lovely bundle though as well. You won't expect to get so much for so little. Right, let's go and have a quick look at one of our birthday star buys, and it is the star buy of star buys, isn't it? To get your full Big Daddy Gemini machine with more than I think has ever been thrown at it before. Because at $179.99, which is your regular price for a Gemini, you've got all of your regular plates included that come with the box. You're also getting a double-sided cutting plate as well, plus £100 worth of dies and folders are coming with it, in addition to the ones that come with it. So you've got all of your shims and plates and this, that and the other, plus double-sided plates as well, which is brilliant. So just have a look at your value there for a second. So let's do the US first. So $249.95 today is actually getting you today, and on the birthday star buy, nearly $420 worth of value, which is just bonkers. Absolutely. I'm surprised that got through the finance people that have to do all of the adding up and whatever. I'm surprised that got through, to be honest with you. In the UK, $179.99 turns out to be nearly £310 worth of value. I mean, it is bonkers. There is so much going on there. Stamps, dies, folders, nesting dies, plates, extra plates. I mean, it's craziness. You need to go and check it out. There's lots of deals on storage as well for your Gemini plates and spare plates if you're looking for new sets of plates as well. There's never been a better time to treat yourself to accessories for your Gemini. And let me just remove gorgeous card here. The caddy. The caddy you have to have. Remember, if you were watching our show at 1 o'clock this afternoon or earlier today, 8 a.m. on the West Coast, East Coast. Oh, I always get those the wrong way around. If you were watching the earlier show with Tiffany, we've been inspired today, haven't we, to organise, to get our storage sorted, to get everything labelled up, to get all the things that need to be together. And this is our contribution to that. The Gemini Storage Caddy, it comes with the low tack tape, which is great, which you can keep in there as well. And your other washi tapes and scissors and everything that you've been buying from the show today, there is somewhere for it to go as well. And it will just sit beautifully with your Gemini. It's absolutely brilliant at $29.99. And over half of the stock of that, oh my gosh. So over half of the stock of that has gone. How many people who have, I mean, it matters not which Gemini you have. You could have the Mini and this would be useful. You could have the Go and this would be useful. You could have the Junior and this would be useful. You could have the full-size Gemini, this would be useful. You could have no Gemini whatsoever and this would be useful, wouldn't it? $29.99 or $29.95. Just be as quick as you possibly can. Now, final demo in this show is going to be with our amazing stained glass window dies, which are incredible. And I tell you what, if you've never seen these before, you really have to keep your eyes and ears open for this one. If you don't have it so far, you kind of need to get it. Now, this bundle has the 4 dies, so the Kingfisher window, the windmill window, the single lily window, and the land and sea window. You have got your die cut bases and envelopes in rectangular arched half moon and diamond apertures, which is the ones you can see on the second line there. You get your heavyweight acetate A5, I think it's 25 sheets or maybe even 50 sheets of that. Plus you get your matte black self-adhesive card as well. Basically here, you are making a 30% saving on this bundle. It is totally awesome at £69 or $87. Okay, just a quick reminder that when you're shopping with us right now and all the way through the birthday, every single day we're going to have a free gift if you spend more than £10 or $10. Today's free gift is a layering stencil and it's a rose and it's almost gone. These free gifts are all going to be subject to availability. So if you've got an order in sitting right now, it would be a good idea to check it out. If your order gets to $50 or over $50 or £50, you'll get the second of the free gifts, which is a tricolour aqua marker in Crafter's Companion Purple. And if your cart goes over £100 or $100, you'll get those two, plus your craft roll tool as well. Craft roll tool. Craft roll. It's absolutely brilliant. It really is. I love it. I love it. I think it's absolutely brilliant. There's so much to take in on these shows, isn't it? Best thing to do, have us on the telly, have your laptop or your gadget sat there and just keep throwing things into your basket, deal after deal after deal. Now, one final demo, and we are going to see that stained glass window, Leanne, aren't we? Because it's such an awesome die to work with.
It's a fabulous die to work with. I really love it, Derek. And what I want to do is also show you why our double-sided adhesive sheets are truly fabulous and really needed in your craft stash. So what I've done just while we were having a chat there is take a piece of plain black cardstock and apply our double-sided adhesive sheet to the back. I've then put my die in position with a little bit of repositionable tape, and I'm going to cut that out now through my machine. So I'm just putting my sandwich together and then I'm going to pop that through the Junior, and that will cut out through the black cardstock and that double-sided adhesive sheet and make me an adhesive topper, and all will become clear as to why I need that in a second. So I've got my adhesive topper cutting out. I'm going to remove my frame. So there's my decorative piece. Let me come to that in a sec. And then I'm going to remove my perfect frame that I've got too. So let's just get that repositionable tape out of the way, and all will become obvious in a second. So there's the frame, and here is the stained glass window piece. Trying to do it really fast for you so you can see how to use it. I'm then going to find a pokey tool, hopefully. Here it is. Or you could use that...
the brush.
The brush that you've got, Derek, absolutely.
Yeah, it comes with the caddy for free.
It does. And so you could do that. Now, because we've got the double-sided adhesive sheet on the back of here, can you see sometimes that little bit's left behind? Don't worry about that because you'll peel that off. Where the white bits are, don't worry about trying to poke those out because you'll peel that off when you come to stick this down. So all I'm wanting to do is remove all of the black pieces of cardstock to leave me with the outline of this stained glass window effect. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Do you know what? You've got so many people who are just saying, Leanne, thank you so much for today. There's been so many people just saying all the shows have been so awesome, says Sue. Tracy says, awesome demos, Leanne. Thanks so much. Really, really enjoyed it. There's so many. Christy on YouTube, Crafter's Companion is just amazing. I'm addicted, aren't we all? It's brilliant. It's great to have these shows where we can focus in on one particular kind of subject matter at a time because everyone has learnt so much from just this last couple of hours, Leanne.
Well, thank you. I'm really grateful. And it's something I've wanted to do for a long time because actually any craft project you're working on is only as good as the glue that's holding it together. And when you're giving things to people, when you've spent a lot of time making them and you want them to be heirlooms and loved, you want them to look really professional and you want them to stay stuck together for the rest of their life so they can keep taking it out and looking at it. Using the right glue will always make sure that happens for you, and hopefully we've been able to see today which are the right glues for the job. So I've got, no, I'm not. Oh, I thought I was going to, but I'm not.
Nearly.
I've got now a piece of white cardstock and I've got another piece of my double-sided adhesive sheet. This is the adhesive side here, so that's getting stuck in the middle of that piece of cardstock there. And I'll give that a good rub. And then what I'm going to do is peel this away so it leaves the glue behind. So you'll be able to see the line there of where the glue's been left behind and the sheet that I've peeled away. So I stuck it on and it was sticky. I've then peeled the top carrier sheet away and look, sticky. Okay, so that's really fantastically stuck, the double-sided glue. And then all I'm going to do is just do a little bit of my tape pen because actually I don't want to waste this. This is just to make a decorative glittered topper in the centre. So just using my tape pen to finish that sticking is fine at the sides because as we found, it's really precise. Then I'm going to close the front of my card over the top here. So now I've got inside my aperture there, inside here is just a piece of white cardstock, which looks fine when I open it. Here I've got a really sticky aperture. And then I've got my frame here that I cut out, again, where I'd put my double-sided adhesive sheet on the back. So now when I peel this away, this is also sticky. Okay, so this gets stuck over the top there. So I don't even need to worry about sticking that down because all of the glue's in all of the right places. So what I'm left with when I've done that is my apertures in here are all really, really gluey because of that double-sided sheet. That means that you can take a collection of your favourite coloured glitters. Let's see if I've got I don't know if I've got a green one. Don't think I have got a green. Oh, I have got a green one. Fabulous. And then you're going to take your little tweezers or a little receptacle of some type. I'm looking here for my little scoopy tweezers and I can't see them. So let's see if they're down there. Scoopy tweezers, where are you? Come on, where are you? Where are your scoopy tweezers when you need them?
We need to get you a caddy, don't we?
We do. I did have scoopy tweezers here, but you know, somebody scoopy tweezed them away. Never mind.
You didn't leave them in your hullabaloo box, did you?
I didn't leave them in my hullabaloo box. So what I'm going to use is just my foil press tool. So it won't be as precise, but you'll get the idea. And then all I do is I just scoop little colours of glitter in here. So it doesn't matter if they cross-contaminate a little bit, as long as you're getting it in the general vicinity of where you want it, you know, it's absolutely fine, Derek. So here's because this is a flower design, here's in the leaves. How am I doing for time? Oh,
Oh,
good.
you've got plenty of time.
I've got
yeah.
lots of time. That's good.
I'm
We can make
mesmerised.
this work. So I'm putting this on, and what's going to happen is this glitter is going to stick to that double-sided adhesive sheet that I had underneath there. So there are my leaves. Let's go with a nice pink for the flowering. Why not? So let's do this. Nice pink for the flower. And actually, I just want to do the inside of that flower a different colour. I want to do it this nice yellowy gold. So I'll put that on first. So you see, you just want to take little bits of your glitter and dab it on top. You will get a little bit of it going where you don't want it to go. It's the overall look and feel of this glittered topper that you get. Please don't worry too much about being incredibly precise at home, because it doesn't really matter. And in fact, if you get bored like me, you can just tip your glitter on, just for speed. If you can't find your scoopy tweezer,
Yeah.
and you get a bit frustrated, you can do that. And what I do like to do at this point is just push it in, because by pushing it in, it grabs in all of the places there for where I've got those colours of glue, and then it won't cross-contaminate too much because it's grabbed, and therefore it's not sticky there any longer. And then I'm going to do a nice bright blue all around the outside. And actually the reason I don't tip like this is because you could think it's quite wasteful when it comes to the glitter actually, which is why I like my scoopy tweezer, because then go and have a look on our website. We do a set of 4 sets of tweezers on the website, and
Leanne, could you
there's
use
a scoopy tweezer in there.
Could you use the tiny pipettes that come with your
No.
aqua tints?
No.
No?
And the reason for that is with glitter, because with glitter, that's like confetti cannon
that's
glitter.
true, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you can get it up. You can get it up, but getting it out again, the whole studio would be glittered.
Yes,
So,
that's true.
and then where I've got my double-sided adhesive, you see what I'm doing now is I'm just rubbing that glitter in there. Rubbing it in, rubbing it in, rubbing it in. And then I'm going to tip this away in my bin just below here. Bear with. Bear with, bear with. And then what you've got is
Oh,
a
you know what?
beautiful... Look at that. I mean, if that was on white as well, you'd be able to see, look how glorious that looks.
That's
And
amazing.
that is what your double-sided adhesive sheet will do for you, especially when you're using them with those stained glass window effects. You can get really beautiful fine glitters for not very much money at all. It's brilliant for being able to do this glitter technique. But actually, even if you don't want to do the glitter technique and you just want to cut your stained glass window dies out, just on the back of your black cardstock or your white or your glitter, whatever you want to cut it out from, put a piece of that double-sided sticky adhesive, cut it, and then when you peel it off, it just sticks right down because you've cut through the card and the adhesive in one go, and it means that you get it beautifully stuck and you haven't got glue squidging out all over the place.
Didn't we just save the best till last, eh? That was awesome, wasn't it? Who's going to be trying that later? As soon as the show's finished, right, I'm off to see if I've got all the right things. If you haven't, get them ordered as quickly as you possibly can. That's awesome. Wow. How do you top that? Listen, let's look back through the show because you can see we're about to run out of time. So let's recap some of the awesome deals. Maybe you came in late. We've got, this is brilliant, one of the best bundles. This is really, really good, actually. 2 of the tacky glue and 2 of the all-purpose glue. If only you knew the struggle and the strife we had to get this bundle together. It's amazing. Please just grab it as quickly as you can. £11.50, $21.50. And then we've got your Collal 3D glue as well, which is amazing. You get 3 tubes of the 3D glue plus a set of the tools there as well, which is a bonkers £10, a third of a massive stock has sold out and gone. £10, $17, double points from, of course, on Club Inspire for everyone across birthday. Then we've got your tape pens, 12 tape pens there for you. There are the Dotty ones, £38, $54. When you work out the price, it's awesome when they are considered the best in the crafting business. Not just by us, but ask around as well. Honestly, people always come to us for their tape pens. I'm not surprised either. The extra strong, there is again the pack of 12 there as well. £30, $39.50. Here are some of the other goodies as well that we've got. We've got a 3D foam pad birthday bundle, which is very easy to say. So a pack of the large and a pack of the small there for you. £19, $29.50. Yeah, Craig will definitely be stocking up with those, definitely. Although I think he's got a super stash as it is, but he'll always want to add some more. As well as the shaker foam roll. which again is double-sided as well. Great for your shaker cards when you need to do wiggly lines and go round corners. It is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And something else that we've only recently just launched are these incredible new nesting dies. So if you haven't seen them, I just think these boards show them off beautifully. And again, just shows you the whole knack of going from light to dark on the outside is brilliant. So in this bundle, you get the fancy square. You also get the fancy oval. You get the stitched rectangle, which again is another fancy. And oh, I love this one. I think it is my favourite. The rose there, the stitched flower, which is beautiful. Looks like a Tudor rose to me. 20% of the stock, did you say? 60, sorry. I knew I'd heard that wrong. 60%, so approaching 2/3 of that stock gone. £30, $40. Please remember, just keep checking out your deals because this is absolutely phenomenal. Right. Well, are we going back to Mistress Leanne for our final lesson in glue school?
Just get them. That's it. That's all I've got to say. Just buy them.
Yes, get the scissors.
You will not regret it. They are the most precise, beautiful. Let's just listen to it again. Honestly, it's amazing. And these are the scissors that I've just been cutting all of that glitter card, faux leather, mount board, scrapbook paper and ribbon with, and look at how it just slices through. Look at the precision. I can just go through there with that and slice that off. Absolutely amazing. Same with my felt, same with my leather, same with my fancy cards as in my mirror cards, and this has got a coating on so this can get all ruffled at the edge and wavy if you haven't got a really precise pair of scissors to do that for you. Same on your glitter papers if that's what you want to do. You just need them in your life. Every single pair of them deserves a place in your craft stash alongside my hero glues.
Got to be done, hasn't it? Leanne, thank you so much. I mean, everyone has taken a huge amount away from that. Thank you. There are so many comments. I can't even keep up with them. I need to do just a quick mention of what's going on tomorrow because we have got a softer side with Joe and Bernie at the 1 o'clock show, which is 8 a.m. On the East Coast. And then Leanne, second show tomorrow, you're back with something that you're very proud of, aren't you?
I am. Remind me what it is.
It is the portable craft room.
It's never tomorrow.
It's tomorrow with you and Joe.
Oh my word, I can't believe tomorrow has come around so quick.
It has.
I actually thought that was later in the week. Is that tomorrow? Oh my word,
According
can't
to
wait.
the diary.
I am beyond excited about that, incredibly proud, and I cannot wait to show you how amazing it is.
See, it all kicks off in earnest. The true birthday celebrations start tomorrow. Leanne's been so busy in and out, and we've been putting so many deals together and running around like insects with a blue behind. We really have. Thank you, Leanne. What an amazing show. See you tomorrow.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
And thank you, everyone. I will see you again in exactly a week's time, but there's so much more from the birthday, and it all starts tomorrow with Joe and Bernie on a very special softer side. Lots of love. Take care.